Mr. Tassim. He said talking about CPAC is as if it is bliss famous. So talking about CPAC in Pakistan is at par as if it is blasphemy and as it is being traitor of Pakistan. Therefore, the alternative narrative about the impacts of CPAC aren't allowed at all in Pakistan, where the chief martial law, in fact, they are martial administrators anyway, chief of army staff says that anybody talking about CPAC will be dealt with iron fist. Therefore, the diaspora is really very important that we need to understand the impacts of CPAC, and I would be concentrating and focusing my talk on that aspect. Now, to the international community and to us, they are saying, and international community to some extent is amazed that look, it is a development project. Why to oppose it? The roads are being built, the railway lines are being laid, the tunnels are being built, the ports are being developed. So why to oppose development? We, the Sindhi people, in last 70 years of Pakistan, have contributed 70% over last 70 years. And what we have? Rubina presented the statistics that contributing 70% over last 70 years, we in Sindh, 75% of Sindhi people, they live in poverty, 71% they go hungry when they sleep, they suffer malnutrition. Sindh has got the highest disease burden in Pakistan. 6.2 million children under the age of 10, they haven't seen a school. What development are they talking about? Yes, we produce 72% of gas of Pakistan, but in these gas wells, in these extraction facilities, yes, we produce 55% of oil of Pakistan. Yes, we have got the 6th largest coal deposits of the world. Yes, but in these facilities, in these gas fields, who work? Is 80% of the people are from outside. It's not a development for us. It has brought, if you look at the progressive, the trend analysis, if you do the trend analysis over the last years, the trends, the statistics for social indicators that have worsened. People have become poor to the extent that they are selling in children. The rich Sindh is the people are selling their children, and that is the development. But China Economic Corridor, and they say it is economic corridor. Yes, it is economic corridor. Yes, because it will produce. It is the cost so far is 56 billion. It will produce just saving of $20 billion per annum for China. So within less than 3 years, they will recoup their money in benefits anyway. And in addition to that 56 billion, that so-called, it is secret, but anyway, 56 that are borrowing, Pakistan has to pay 90 billion. And who will pay that debt? We will pay, because it's our money, our resources, our oil, our gas, our coal. We will pay it. So it's really very important. So how can we judge the impacts? Because the CPAC hasn't taken place in full at the current level. By profession, I'm an environmental scientist. You gave me a development, and I've done hundreds of studies. You gave me a development that hasn't taken place of any development, and I'll give you exactly what will be the environmental impact. What will be once this project is completed? What will be the environmental conditions? What will be the air quality? Society has developed. Society has become social science. It is not art anymore. It is not humanity anymore. We can judge the impacts of CPAC. And I tell you one thing, that before Second World War, in 34, 35, there were some very visionary writers who wrote a number of articles. They said in their articles repeatedly, you don't know what catastrophe this world is going to. And this is the time to stop it. This is the time to stop it. And the world failed to stop. And what happened? Second World War, 50 million people, just killing. I'm not talking about other destruction. 50 million people died. In Sindhi language, we say, Battabara. Means if you combine two, they will become 12. So as if Pakistan was not enough to kill Sindhis and Baloch, now it is China. Pakistan, who have killed 3 million Bengali people, who have killed thousands of Baloch and Sindhis and other nations and people from Afghanistan and Pakhtuns and all people, they have killed hundreds, thousands, as if they were not enough. Now two forces have combined. The China, where in their dictionary there is no word as human rights. Those are the people who, on their children in Tiananmen Square, they didn't fire at them, they rolled tanks over them. So two have combined. So so these two will combine. What will happen to us? And I tell you, based on our knowledge, based on our experience, and this is not an economic corridor. It is, yes, collateral, there is a collateral benefits. It is a strategic corridor. It is a geopolitical issue. I tell you that the global powers for last hundreds of years, this is not today, for last hundreds of years, they have been dreaming to control the the Indian Ocean, because those who control Indian Ocean, they control the transport of 70% of the strategic cargo, which includes oils and gas and energy resources and the minerals and the weapons. So for hundreds of years, the global powers have been thinking to control the Indian Ocean. It is, yes, it is a collateral, the economic, but it is a geostrategic. And what will happen to us? And honestly, I'm telling you, it is already folding. Since last 6 months, there has been going under a paramilitary operation in Sindh. Every now and then they go to villages, they ransack our houses, they humiliate our women and children, and they took away our youth, and they are still missing, hundreds of them. Even a couple of days ago, they took very serious senior political activists. So it is already unfolding. Anybody who they just think even of a potential to oppose CPAC, and he will be kidnapped, he will be gone. So if this is unfolding, and what would happen? This is a catastrophe. I'm telling the international community in presence, making you all as a witness, that CPAC is a catastrophe that the world hasn't seen. The fights, the thousands of old Sindhi nation and civilization will be destroyed. The Baloch nation will be destroyed. There are 50 million Sindhi people, and that would happen. So if you want to stop that catastrophe to happen, and that shouldn't happen, it is not only our duty to save ourselves, it is the duty of entire humankind, entire humanity to stop that. To stop that catastrophe, now is the time. Don't come and then write books on us when our nation is gone, when we are dead. Don't do that. We don't need that. We need it now. Stop it. Stop this catastrophe to happen. Those who are the apologists of the CPAC, we know what we are talking about. I request the international community, please, please, for God's sake, for the sake of humanity, because since nations are not created in years, this is a historical process of thousands of years. They shouldn't be vanished. So if you want to really save us, Sindhi nation, Baloch nation, other nations, please, please, you have to stop this catastrophe now. Otherwise, tomorrow it may be late, and you might be writing books that what happened, what caused the Sindhi and Baloch nations to disappear, though we wouldn't allow this to happen at any cost. Thank you very much.